Okay, in this video we're going to show you how to use the ILS, which is Instrument Landing System. And the Instrument Landing System will line you up with the runway and bring you below the clouds. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to enter in your destination. You can come down here and type it in manually by changing the letters right here and then moving over like this and changing it. And we want to spell it KMHR, which I know I'm not spelling there yet. Or we can go to nearest. If we're really close by, then it might actually pop up here. KMHR, there it is. And you can keep on scrolling down. If it's not there, keep on going. But we had it right there. We're going to click direct to, enter, activate. Now it is set up right there. That is our destination right now. Once we do have a destination, we're going to do procedure and select approach. Approach is the thing that actually brings you down to the runway. So an ILS is an approach. And you can see here we have ILS, we have the localizer, which is something different, RNAV, which is something different. We're going to focus on the ILS. And I must say that this ILS is not at all airports. There are certain airports that do have ILS and certain ones that don't. And we'll talk about that in another video later on. But let's go ahead and click that. These are all the points that you can start from. Vectors, however, vectors is for every single ILS. There will be something that says vectors. Not going to explain that too much, but this is going to be the easiest one. If you don't know how to read an approach plate or how to look those up, you're going to want to pick vectors. So there we are there. And here's the frequency that we want to put in. Unfortunately, you should be able to just click activate and it would show up in your frequencies right up here. But right now, Microsoft Flight Simulator is not working correctly. So you have to enter this in yourself. We have 111.35. So this big one will do the first numbers, and we're doing right here in this blue box. That's what we'll change. 111.35. There it is. 111.35, 111.35. The green is what's active, so we need to move that over. If we hit this button right here, it'll move over, and you'll see IMHR. That means that it is reading and it has the localizer set up. If you're too far away, then it might not show up. You have to get closer until it actually shows up. But once you do have these letters, then you know that you have it all set up. Okay, and once you have that, you want to make sure that you have the green on there. If it's down here and the green is up there, just click the CDI button. You'll see it goes down like that. Hit CDI. Now it's on GPS. Hit it again. Now it's there. And if it's over there and you need it over here, just switch it like that. All right, 111.35. Perfect. We are set. This is the left and right, the lateral movement. So we actually need to turn to the right in order to catch that ILS. We want this green line to be lined up with the rest of the line. So once it gets close, we want to turn our plane so that we are pointing directly with it as well. You'll see what that looks like as we fly. The next part is the vertical, and that's the glide slope right here. The diamond wants to be right here. So we can see we're above the glide slope. We need to descend to get to it. Okay, so the ILS is set up. Let's show you how to do the autopilot aspect of it. So really, it's a very, very easy thing that you have to do. You're going to click Autopilot, and you're going to hit APR, Localizer. That's the left and right movement, and then Glide Slope. But you can see this, right now it's in the white, so that means it's not currently active or set. It's not currently the thing that's being followed. Right now it's following the pitch attitude. Well, we're going to change that pitch to vertical speed. That's a kind of a better thing to do. And I'm going to do 1,000 feet per minute. That should be plenty. And it's going to go 1,000 feet per minute down until this green gets right here. And then it's going to start following the glide slope. Okay. Now we are all set up. I'm currently paused. I'm going to bring this back and we're just going to watch it go in. I might actually fast forward a little bit. And you'll see that this line comes in and the autopilot will automatically line up with it. And you'll see that we descend until this glide slope pops up, then the GS will turn green and it will align it perfectly right there. So let me hit the unpause button and let's watch what happens. You can see it automatically popped up right up there. I don't know why that is, but oh well, it is what it is. So now we're set on the glide slope. It's going to follow that. The autopilot does not work with the throttle, so you have to make sure that you're putting in enough throttle. So if it's in the yellow, that's too high. If it's getting towards the white, that might be a little too low. And if the white and the green lines start disappearing, it means you're about to stall, and that's bad. You can stay within the white. This is the flaps range, so it's safe to put flaps down when you're in the white range. If you're above that, then it's not safe to put flaps down. Okay, now I'll go ahead and move like this and let you watch what happens. Okay, now we are set laterally, which is left and right, and vertically. Now it's going to continue to follow this until we get really low to the ground. So we can actually start bringing the speed down a little bit and start bringing the flaps down and the gear down. So I'm going to bring the speed down some. And here come the flaps. I'm going to go full flaps. And now see, it's warning us that the gear is up. That's another thing that we do need to bring down. So let me bring the gear down. And the gear is coming down. Both bringing flaps down and the gear down will make you go slower. So you need to increase speed as you do that. And I was using my throttle quadrant to do that. This is where the flaps are. Not sure where the gear is. Let's go ahead and take a look. Oh, it's right here. This is the gear. Once you have 3 green, then you know that the gear is down. Okay, let's continue looking outside. And as soon as we see the run, we want to bring autopilot off, and we want to hand fly it, because it will not auto land. It just lines you up and gets you nice and low for the landing. Okay, we're getting nice and close, 440 feet. It was at 98, so we are not far from the runway, and we are very close to the ground. Okay, we can see the lights right there. We're going to hit autopilot, turn that off, and we are now going to hand fly it all the way in. A little bit off course. This is not the prettiest landing I've ever done. We've got a strong wind, which I didn't realize. Okay, coming in. I'm still off course. Not the prettiest landing I have ever done. Matter of fact, a pretty bad landing. Nonetheless, we are on the runway. Oh, bounced it. Yeah, that was not pretty, but you get the idea. And we are on the ground. I'm curious, how strong is this wind? I was not expecting that. The output, wind. Option 1, option 2, 18 knots. Not bad. Okay. But we are on the ground now. You can see the ILS brings you in. As soon as you see the lights, turn the autopilot off, and you need to go ahead and land it yourself. It may be slightly to the left or the right, but it will be in front of you somewhere. And if you're getting really close and you don't see the lights within like 100 feet or so, you better go ahead and turn around. If you know how to read approach plates, it'll give you a decision altitude, which will tell you at this altitude, go around. But that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the ILS system. I know it was a rough landing, but hey, it is what it is.
Thanks for joining us for this video. Like we said before, we do post to YouTube, but our premium content is found in the link below.